All right, welcome back. Welcome to week 2 of my design and fabrication class. And this week is all about measurement. And so students have had some time drafting, and I want to introduce them to the idea of measurement and just all the different tools that they might see for measurement. And so we have like an introductory text that I wrote where they do some kind of pre-reading. There's not a lot of textbooks out there, and so this gives them some of the kind of basic mechanics of it and shows them the different tools that we have. And then what they're going to do is I have a bunch of just scrap wood that I have cut. What's great about this is there's no like right or wrong way to kind of build these pieces. They're just different pieces of lumber, and they're cut at different sizes, different holes are put in them, different thicknesses. I just grab random pieces. I have about 15 of them. And so what students will do is they, on their handout, they will take basically the length, the width, the thickness, any hole diameters, any hole depths, and a diagram of it. And then they need to figure out, is it square or is it not? And so they have the option to use any tool that they want. We try to kind of show them what they'll usually grab is the ruler because it's the safest for them. Some of them will use the tape measure and learn how to use it. But I will have them kind of go through the basic measuring of like, why don't we measure on an angle? What do the little gradations mean? How do I read our fractions? And then there's the tools that they're not used to. I have these dial calipers, which originally I didn't like because they're tricky to read, but now I actually really do like them because they are tricky to read. And so the idea of how do you measure a thickness and how do you actually relate this measurement, and that depth measurement all together. And so they will measure them, hole locations, they'll draw their diagram, the hole diameters, and then they'll also have to figure out what size bit I use. So we have our drill bit guide. I have just a collection of bits. They have to kind of go through and figure out like which of these fit and which ones went in the holes. And then that again leads into our next one, which will be how do we use fasteners and drill bits. So it's a really easy lab to set up. You can use whatever tools you want. And it's pretty nice because you can spread kids out. I have them do 8 of the 15. They can pick which ones. And it also leads to this idea of like, what is square? So I have our square. They can start to look at, are things square? Are they not? You can have them measure diagonals. There's lots of things that you could do with that piece. So a really nice second week project. Again, not tool heavy. I'm not as worried about people needing a lot of safety training, but it gets them using real tools, understanding kind of the precision and the measurement options that we have beyond just a ruler that they're used to.